Hello, this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chilies, and welcome to our video series here on our YouTube channel called Peppers 101. It is our hope and our desire that through you learning more knowledge about chilies, you will be encouraged to and inspired to try different kinds of chilies, growing them, cooking with them, eating them, and of course, most important of all, sharing them with others. That is our hope. That's why we're doing these videos, folks. It's 2023, it's September 10th, actually, 2023. And we're out in one of our grow areas here in Calhoun, Georgia. And today, we're going to video one of the chilies out here. We did some others about 2 weeks ago. We will try to have over 120 chili videos up this year. Now, we're only going to release them every other day because I don't expect you to watch a video every day. You've got lives to live. You've got other things to do. But with that being said, let's go to our public service announcement. Get your children into the garden. Doesn't have to be chilies. It could be something simple like beans or peas, squash. Get them out into the garden. Get their hands in the dirt. Get them out in the fresh air. Especially when they're little, when they're really little. Now is when you can shape their lives. When you spend a lot of time with them. Studies have shown that when you spend a lot of time interacting with your children, actually talking with them. Not just watching them at a baseball game or a movie or whatever, but actually doing stuff with them and talking with them and conversing with them, interacting with them, teaching them. So get them out in the garden and hopefully you'll grow some chilies with them. You can even grow some super hots with them. Just don't let them cut them open and handle them. But let them see the miracle. The miracle. And it is a miracle. Look at the seeds, how tiny they are. Look at how tiny a mustard seed is, but it makes a giant tree. You know, they talk about the mustard seed in the Bible a few times, I think. At least once for sure. And let them see that grow and develop into a large plant. Let them help you take care of the plants. Watering, pruning. Just taking care of the plants, feeding. And then let them participate in the harvest, of course. You know, buy them a little... especially if it's a little girl, buy them a little cute basket to collect the beans, the peas, the squash, and the peppers in. And then bring them into the house, take it another step further, and get your children involved in the kitchen with you, preparing foods from these chilies and other vegetables. Let them be involved in making the meal. So when you serve the meal to your family, they can have their eyes wide-eyed, beaming with pride, with self-accomplishment, with self-confidence, that they help daddy or mommy or uncle or aunt or whoever, older brother or sister, grow from seed all the way to the dinner table. It's pretty amazing, isn't it, if you stop and think about it that way. So do that with your children. Okay? With that being said, let's get to the chili here. Okay? This is the Moruga Red Monster, also known as MRM. Now, where did I get these from? My friend Chad Seletsky in Wisconsin many years ago crossed the Moruga Red Monster with the 7-pot brown. So it was MRM times 7-pot brown. We do not carry it anymore. It wasn't a popular seller. But one season, it reverted. Reverted means it goes back to the parent. So it reverted and went back to the Maruga Red Monster, which is this. So we kept the seeds and grew it out, and it stayed the way it was, which is kind of a larger Maruga pod that can have some off shapes, and then get a lot bigger than this, folks. A lot bigger. And they're stinking hot, like a Maruga. We don't know where Chad got Maruga Red Monster from. He might have got it from someone else. We just don't know where he got. We can trace Moruga Red Monster back to Chad Seletsky, our friend in Wisconsin. who I don't know if he's really involved in growing now. It's 2023, but great grower nonetheless. He's the inventor of the chocolate bootla. So the Moruga Red Monster, like I said, will get some off-shaped pods. They won't be total Moruga looking. This one here is typical, pure looking Moruga scorpion, okay? When these other ones here, a little bit more off-shaped. They might be a little twisted or so, but that happens with Morugas too. So who knows, the Moruga Red Monster might be a variety that just got bigger. And then someone saved the seeds off it and said, hey, we've been selecting the largest Morugas that are kind of big and off-shaped, and that's the Moruga Red Monster. That might how it happened. So they're extremely hot. They're going to have Moruga scorpion heat, which could be anywhere from 800,000 to 1 million plus Scoville units. We've never had the Moruga Red Monster tested, so don't ask us what the Scoville units is. Everybody asks Scoville units. What's a Scoville units? What's a Scoville units? Like you can tell, because you really can't tell. You get over 700,000, you really can't tell. And peppers have other compounds in them like terpenes and dihydrocapsaicin, which affect the burn, the degree of the burn, how it burns, how long it burns. It's not just regular capsaicin, folks. So you could have a lower Scoville unit pepper that burns the heck out of you more than a higher Scoville unit pepper. It can happen. Terpenes or volatile oils that are found in other stuff like pine trees. Ever hear of turpentine? It's a volatile oil mixture, petroleum distillate mixture with terpenes that you use to thin paint and clean paint off stuff. Moruga Red Monster. So it's pretty productive, as you can see. I wouldn't say it's like super productive. I mean, I have some varieties that are like super productive. Like if you look up at the plant now, you'd see like about 40 or 50 or 60 green pods in addition to these red ones. There is quite a bit of flowers, but you can see the flowers are kind of like spaced out. Like there's one there and then there's a couple there. Some super hot varieties and Capsicum chinense varieties and Scotch bonnet types, you'll go to a branch and there'll be more than one or two. There might be 8 coming out of the one node coming out of the branches. But the Moruga Red Monster makes up for it in size. So where you may not get tons of pods like a Scotch bonnet, it makes up for it in size. The flavor has fruity tones if you can get past the heat. It will beat you up. So if you want a Moruga scorpion flavored pepper that's a little bit bigger and get some off shapes and will burn the heck out of you. I mean, this might burn more than Moruga scorpion. People, I don't really get into all this what's the world's hottest pepper stuff. Sometimes I do, but I try to stay away from it because it just leads to arguments on social media. So I'm going to say this like I say this when I film most of Super Hots. On any given day, any red or brown Super Hot, that's your hottest in your spectrum. If anybody says they have a mustard, a yellow, or an orange, or a white, they're full of crap. Those always test lower in Scoville range. They do not test higher. There's no red or there's no orange or yellow or white that's ever been over like 700,000 ever, or peach. The reds and the browns, those are the ones that can go over 1 million Scoville units. Okay? I know tons of people who are in the industry, commercially growing, that have their stuff regularly tested, that send their peppers in, because they have large food manufacturers that buy tons of kilos off of them, of peppers, scorpions, reapers, everything. And trust me, the reds and the browns are the hottest. So on any given day, based on growing conditions, a red or a brown variety could beat any other red or brown variety on any given day. Because, one pepper, this pepper here could be 700,000, and then we could go over here, and this one could be 1 million. And it varies from plant to plant, from pepper to pepper. So pepper records are bullshit. Excuse the language. They are bullshit. They're used for marketing hype. Because so when you get a pepper and you go, man, this pepper gets 1 million Scoville, Yeah, maybe the one in your hand does, and then maybe the second one you pick for your buddy is only 700 thou. So that's the way it is. It's the way it is. You can believe in fairy tales. You can believe in facts and science and truth. Okay. So on any given, if you like red or brown, if you like to be burned, if you really like to be burned, grow a bunch of red or brown super hots, and whichever one beats you up the most, that's the world's hottest pepper. Not what the media says, not what some YouTuber says, not what Guinness says, what you experience. And that's your hottest. And then keep growing that variety. Me, I like peppers that have productivity. So I don't eat the super hots personally. I've tasted many of them. I usually have friends evaluate them for me as far as heat and taste, so I can give you a little bit of an accurate description on the website, or an accurate description of a description when I'm filming. So I just pass that information along. But I'm not getting into a pissing contest with people over this, because on any given day, any red super hot or brown super hot can beat the other on any given day, any given season. So if you want the heat, grow the red and brown super hots, and then decide which one beats you up the most, and then keep growing that one. That's your world's hottest, folks. What other people say don't matter. What you experience matters. Okay? So this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chiles. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification, because we're going to have more videos, and you want to be notified when new videos come up. This is the Moruga Red Monster. Y'all take care.